Welcome to the COG Academy, Week 3, Day 3, Game 2. All sorts of fun. But we'll go ahead and introduce our players. We have Nariot on the Ao Kwang. That's the guy's name. Ao Kwang going in the jungle. We're going to have Sun Wukong going into the solo lane, being played by Bradian. Nazarian going to be taking Ymir into that support role. Actually, he's going mid? I have no idea what these guys are going right now. Hikimaru probably taking the, there it goes. He's going into the mid because he's over by the red buff side. And of course, Doomsday taking the Jablanc ADC. It looks like the Sun Wukong is going support. So there we go. Ymir will likely be solo. Then, go ahead. Take it over, Freight, for the other team.
On the red team, we've got Hinumaru on the Thor jungle. Mango will be going into the solo lane as Tyr. Handsome Maru will be playing the big guy Bacchus. Ninja will be playing Vulcan in the mid lane. And the Golden Crow playing some Uller in the ADC role.
I'm terrible at this game. At this game of moving people around to get them all matched up. It's how a pretty standard lane start. So, since we do have Meerkat with us, Meerkat, what do you think of this Ymir solo?
It's Ymir solo.
Very insightful.
Well, Ymir does pretty well in lane usually. The Tyr's gonna have a rough pre-5, and it depends on if he maxes his 1 or his 2. But if the Tyr maxes his 2, after about level 5, level 6, he should have control of the lane. But earlier than that, Ymir is gonna have a pretty easy lane.
Why does Ymir have the easier lane, per se? He's just got better clear?
He is better clear, he does more damage, and Tyr doesn't heal enough or do enough at that time to really be a threat to him.
Okay. Cool.
And
like it.
The Tyr, the Ymir can just interrupt you out of your feelers, too.
Yeah, like that. Except it wasn't fearless, it was just trying to do normal things.
Yeah.
So, Freeze coming out of Ymir here in solo lane, trying to get control and pushing them back under tower. Tyr trying to stay alive and healing up off the minions as he sees fit. But let's go check out over in this dual lane, as currently they were both very drunk and very stunned as they were getting pretty aggressive, pushing up to the red team's tower and then getting pushed back. Uller and Bacchus doing a little bit better on the health, but Jablanc's going to lifesteal and use a health potion to keep himself in the game. Poison darts go out, not a whole lot to be found there, and Ao Kwang rolls through the mid. Vulcan prepared for it, has his turned around turret.
Thor actually stayed, and they're on Nazarian pretty hard over here, looking for the kill, and one of them's going to clean this up as archers do a little bit of poke, and Mango will pick it up.
The Ymir should pretty much just be worthless now. like he has, in solo he has an early game, and besides that he really doesn't have much, and he's extremely exploitable to ganks. So if that Thor comes over here another 1 or 2 times, this Ymir is going to be a non-factor in the game. Completely.
Okay. You don't think his freezes or anything of the sort will be useful come mid-late game?
They'll be useful, but
he won't be able to output any significant damage or be a real threat. It'll just be like, well, he's another CC bot.
Yeah, and the thing is he won't have enough farm to even be tanky enough to do it.
I mean, I kind of would have liked to see Sun Wukong maybe over there in that solo lane versus in the support role, and Ymir over there in the support side of things. Just, maybe keep it a little bit on the norms, as gives Ymir the chance to rotate and use the freezes on other people than just Tyr. And like I said, if he's going to be in solo island, Ymir's kind of, he can't really CC a bunch of targets. He's not going to be very useful.
Yeah, another thing to note in the solo is that both of these solos are going to kind of fall off a cliff late game if both teams act correctly. If both teams just build like 3 Magis, the Tyr and the Ymir are both going to be having a really, really tough time. Ymir more so because he just dies, but...
Well, the left mid cam's able to go to red.
Yeah, I mean, Bacchus just jumped right into there, over in the right side. Tyr's going to take out Mango, or Nazarian again. And the Red's also going to get the right mid camp, so good control.
Both mid camps. Yeah, they secured both mid camps as Bacchus leapt in. Thought he was going to be in a little bit of trouble as he did leap into the mid Harpies, as there was a couple members of blue team there, but was able to get out with the help of his teammates, and they secured the left and the right Harpies. And Mango is keeping them up, and that's going to be a 2-0 Tyr early on. And I think, like Meerkat said, that Ymir is going to be a non-factor from here, still at level 4.
This Tyr could carry the mid early, really, really hard.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to work on... Is his objective right now to take down that tower as soon as possible so he can free himself up for rotations, or is the tower not really that big of an issue?
Tower's not that big of an issue.
Okay. He can just feel free to rotate whenever he wants. He's just going to work on zoning out Ymir right now. So why is he letting the... He's trying to get Ymir to get out of position like that and then turn on him?
I mean, yeah. The tier's maxing his 2, and he has the level lead, so every single trade he's just gonna win because he can heal it back up.
Ymir also doesn't have any full items. He's got part of an uncommon sash and shoes 1 right now, so really not really itemized to do anything. His tier hasn't even gone back yet, so he'll probably... Golden Hand is... Let's see what we got here. Yeah, tier at 2300, he'll be able to get anything he wants on the way back, as Nearrat will at least help secure the buff for him, and Thor's going to go up in the air. We'll see if we decide to land on.
Could die. Yeah, this Outcoin's probably dead.
Lazy back for the loss, and the ultimate will miss by Vulcan, but Nazarian walling off that time and able to help Nearrat get away. Damage almost. Oh, I don't know what Hiru was kind of thinking here as he jumped into 3 members.
Yeah, Ymir's now in trouble as he rotated in to try and help out and decided that this is not the neighborhood to be in.
Able to clean up Thor here. No.
Yeah, Thor pretty low, but we're Brady not able to really rotate over there. I don't know if the team called it out or not, saying how low he was. The belt does come out, and well, he'll go into the bull form, and he'll still take some poke for his troubles.
Outcoin could get the execute here.
Oh, the dragon's hungry, and he will chomp on the big man right there.
Decision where to go, and he's just going to go right back down, taking out the turret, actually taking a good bit of damage from that one shot of it. Actually, that was Vulcan just backfiring him.
Yeah, it's kind of really decent little backfire to keep Nearrat away, as he's going to stay for these left mid camps. It might be kind of dangerous as Vulcan.
This is a pretty greedy call. He could die to a Thor 2-1.
Ooh, Sun Wukong
Instead, they'll
falls.
actually leave Sun Wukong by himself, and Red will... I don't know who got those camps. I think Red did, as Sun Wukong just ended up dying for it, as Nearrat just really just kind of didn't do anything to help him out. I mean, he can't really do anything. He's
going on
HP.
X-Ball could die here.
Ooh, that was a good shot.
Thor's in the air.
And dead is the lovely Kukulkan. I always want to say Ao Kuang whenever I see Kukulkan, especially with the Party Dragon skin.
Yeah, I mean, it's old Ao Kuang.
Yeah.
But now there is actually Ao Kuang in this game, so keep saying those type of things.
So, Ninja Sniper leveling up his backfire in the mid lane as Vulcan. What do you think about that? It's mostly for wave clear.
I agree with leveling 1.
It's
more personal preference.
Yeah. Which preference do you like to do? Do you ever run Vulcan solo?
Sometimes. That's a matchup. It's more matchup dependent. I'll run 2 against some bruisers, but besides that, usually 1. 1 then 3.
Okay.
If I'm against some bruisers, then I can just keep it at the wave and zoning them. That's gonna be more beneficial than just poking them, because they just can't come near.
Ooh, Sun Wukong goes up into his cloud as Bacchus uses the Intoxicate, unable to find anything quite yet there. Ao Kuang rotating in now, looking for the execute on Bacchus. Oh, the knockup!
Oh, he can't get it.
Not close enough.
He actually didn't use the ultimate, so he still has it available, just wasn't able to connect. So it's still up for him at least. At least it wasn't like used on a minion. That would have been a worse scenario.
Really awkward. Although Uller playing a dangerous game, coming out a little bit farther, as there is still members over here. The good rotations from Red, though, they are wanting to come and clean up Tyr way on the other side of the map because he doesn't care what Ymir's doing over in right lane.
Blank.
Hey, he's just looking around. They're gonna probably start Gold Fury.
He's gonna end up. His tower on the right hand side is gonna end up taking a lot, as they're gonna take this Gold Fury here more than likely on the left.
They don't have a support, so this is a pretty good call. However, they could get wiped. So that's very dumb.
Kukulkan does have an ultimate. If he, well, he can't really get anything.
It's
they were able to
already
clean
done,
it up. Yeah,
and they've disengaged.
Yeah, it was a good disengage. They were like, nope, we need to get on out of here.
Mir's trying to do whatever he can in this right lane. He's just working on this tower slowly.
I mean, he was able to pick up a little bit of farm. I mean, he's still about 1,000 gold behind Mango and 2 levels behind him, as you know, Mango's gotten those 3 kills.
You keep saying that. Mango has blink.
I mean, he can blink
Are you
anytime.
expecting him to use it? Is that why you're...
I mean,
imagine you should fearless of
I
my
buy axe to use them.
Oh, Ymir trying to
Yeah,
but-
but my dad.
Good use
There he
of... Good use of Lawbringer and avoiding that damage. Not really a surprise. So,
No, the 280C's just having a little boxing match right here. at
X-Ball,
level
I
11.
think, is gonna lose this. Actually,
Well, he's
good.
actually winning this against the higher level.
That's really interesting. Alright, he may have pushed his luck right here. Yeah.
Oh, Hail of Arrows does miss. We'll see if he can do anything.
Ooh,
So
that
much-
axe.
The axe toss is good as the Golden Crow will
Yeah,
take
the
that down.
misplay there from the X-Ball is he got a little too aggro too fast because he was fighting in the Ullr's creeps, and the Ullr was using the creeps just to block his autos.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't imagine that the damage, if he went ahead and looked at his damage, probably took a decent amount from those minions, as when he used Rising Jaguar, it was just like click, 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 and they were just on him. Red team will take tier 1 in mid for their troubles, as they've pretty much secured the mid camps all game, and just really have had most control of this map the whole time, as they've got a ton of wards up on the map, and really the rotations have been pretty on point, as the blue or red team will also take Ymir's blue buff, so that will stall out the big guy from doing anything else.
Really good turret by Vulcan.
No, the Alquan will use the beads and have to vanish out, and he's looking for the ninja sniper if he can get this.
There it
Look,
is.
execute was a little early though, right there. He's gonna be in trouble. Oh,
That's
Thor
really
just needs
unfortunate.
something. Thor, hit something, please. Give me something.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, the jukes are real. Nirad is out of there as he'll actually.
Oh, Kukulkan's probably in trouble.
They're still going after Nirad, and this time Kukulkan gets burped on, and he'll be stunned out a little bit.
That was good,
His
Juke.
ultimate.
They could probably get a kill here.
Yeah, Mango not afraid to dive past, as he's really low now. The ultimate will come out on top.
Oh no!
Ymir.
Second one! Oh, he got him.
That was a good kill.
Nazarian,
Vulcan's coming over. He's probably
he's
dead.
dead. Thor's just
Yeah,
gonna
the
clean
burst
that
will come
up.
out, the stun will be there, and this time
Um,
Thor will hit the auto attacks. Secure the kill.
A slight misplay, Yaoquing. He vanished in his decoy when he was going on Vulcan, and he never detonated it, and Vulcan was in it when Outcoin got hit by damage, and that might have been enough to put the Vulcan in execute range.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was a one small amount of damage
Yeah,
away from
it
being
is
in execute
extremely
range. So, I mean, just a slight misplay on the Alquang, as he did throw him in the air, which gave him enough time in a sense to get away. But if Thor actually hits any abilities right there, he's dead. So,
And the Vulcan dies, too.
Yeah. I mean, you'd rather trade himself for Vulcan than just dying. Although he did get out, so that was nice.
well, Doomsday's got to play this lane a lot safer now, as he's given up a couple kills to this Ullr, who's level 14 right now. I didn't even realize that it has 3 kills.
There's such a
and-
level disadvantage.
Yeah, Doomsday is 0-3 as the Ullr's 3-0, so really not having too much fun here is the Doomsday on the Shablanque. We'll see if his team can maybe catch up a little bit.
Ward
Gold
coverage is
Fury coming
pretty,
up in a minute.
pretty good. These Red's got most of the vision control, though. Blue's got a
Red
few
team's had
defensive
most
wards
of
on the
the-
right
yeah,
side.
They've had the most of the map going on. I mean, from the early game, they've pretty much controlled the map.
Thor's looking forward. Under tower goes after the Kukulkan. Is going to get actually wasted by the ultimate. It was a very nice ult from Kukulkan there. Thor happened to be in it, and then he takes the tower shot going down. And now it's going to be Alquang's turn to defend the tower. Vulcan rotating to the right lane, looking for things there.
Yeah, Ymir has no wards on the right-hand side. Oh no, he has something over there to see this, but he's in the back, and hopefully he does. Meatball misses as Nazarian was able to get back, but he'll lose this
Bye,
tower.
tower.
Back.
Oh, he blinks back in, which might not have been the brightest idea, as he does run away with his wall. Bach is
Yeah.
jumping over. Alquang's going to be there to support. So is Sun Wukong. So kind of a
It's kind of a waste
is that
of
a wasted
teleport,
blink, or
honestly.
is that just a?
It's a waste of teleport, as that was teleport level 1. Honestly, you could have just walked to your tier 2. You knew that tower was going to get taken. You had 3 members of Red over there, and now you're on cooldown for 240 seconds without any TP to anywhere. Whereas you could have maybe rotated to another side and
Yeah.
helped out if need be.
You were going to
So,
get those
yeah, that
minions
was-
regardless.
Yeah.
They're going to take that tower, and those minions are going to stroll onto your tier 2.
Yeah, Ymir also forced to get the Hog, obviously, being in the solo lane, so he has no blink to initiate, and he's just got TP, which is on cooldown, so Big advantage for Red in that aspect to just keep on moving. And looks like they're going to try to... they can't really do anything on this dual lane side as the Golden Crow has got advantage of it. Blue will spot out the Vulcan rotation, though, with the ward coverage they've got, so they'll play a little bit further back in tower. But Gold Fury's not warded up at all, and this looks like to be the next contention. I'd imagine a turret comes down here in a second, and they'll start this.
After they zone out Ao Kuang, I wonder if he's going to put his turret down in a defensive fashion or a aggressive.
Looks like the blue team is going to start to rotate this way, so we'll see.
He's just going to put his turret down, and then he's going to zone with his other abilities.
Or just, he just needs to back up a little
Going
bit.
there. There's no way any of them can get in. I don't think they see the Wukong and X-Ball behind.
Wukong trying to go up there. Bacchus uses the jumper a little bit early. Red team will secure the Gold Fury, but Bacchus almost throwing that away if he didn't quite land that. And the Ao Kuang ultimate is going to be good, numbing himself. A lovely fat man.
Ryan disengaged. Mir's not there.
Oh, the Vulcan ult does connect, though, on top of Eco, as he'll just get annihilated. Took about half his HP, and now Nirat's trying to go for the... Oh, nice blink over to the... Or nice use of his decoy to try to get to Golden Crow, but this time he'll just get blinked on by Mango, and he'll get
Now he's going to
up.
watch out for LeBlanc coming around the side, using the Rising Jaguar. Are they going to be able to turn it on to body blocks? He's going to die to poison!
4 members over there. He did die by poison. That's still going to be the end of Doomsday life, I'd imagine. As long as he has a wall over here, Thor should be able to secure this kill. Somebody should. Right now, it was Vulcan taking the tower, and now Mango will, as Vulcan will secure the kill with a meatball. The whole time, the Zaryan, he got a tower on the right-hand side, so he's doing things.
Zaryan trying to be useful, pushing up the waves on the right side.
I mean, if you can't beat in the fight, take something. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, the call. Whereas...
Ooh, Sun Wukong getting blasted, and archers are going to clean that up. That's rough.
Yeah, he gave up his life for tier 1. I mean, I don't really know. I guess he was trying to obviously defend it over there, but with 2 members and being several levels, he's level 11 versus a 17 Vulcan, and that was a level, what is that, 16 tier? Not really the best decision.
Yeah, currently they have a 7.6 thousand gold lead for the red team. 18-5 at 16 minutes. It's looking grim for the blue team. Do you see any chances of them coming back into this right now, Meerkat?
No.
The short and simple answer is that, I mean, being up 11,000 experience and being up 7,000 gold, the game should be in your favor and you should be able to control it unless you make a giant mistake at the next, maybe the Fire Giant engagement, and you somehow get wiped or you get picked off a couple times would be the only way I see Blue making an attempt, but
Blue has
a really late game.
3 pretty good late game carries, and Ao Kuang, Vulcan, and X-Ball, but red team has a Fed Uller, which isn't quite as good as X-Ball, but when he's that far ahead, it doesn't really matter. A Vulcan who's very good late game, a Bacchus who has great setup, and a Thor who's very farmed. The tier is extremely farmed, and people aren't going to be able to buy Magi's for him because he's so far behind. So,
yeah,
their chances of winning are taking it to like 15 minutes.
Well, we haven't seen a game go that far yet. We've seen a couple 40-minute games. That's about it, as the engagement will be here on the left-hand side by the Harpies.
Yeah. All those beats by that, and then this Ao Kuang's going to...
Well, Vulcan will ult
not
on
go
that
down.
left-hand side, but he'll miss everything as it's an air ball, and Doomsday will clean up Thor at least. That's one. Tier blinking over.
blink.
He'll clean up Nirat.
Blue
Still
team should
3
try and
members.
disengage.
Oh, the
Not
Tiger
dealing
does
in.
come out. Needs pop by Vulcan to make sure he doesn't get stunned on that. Doomsday is still trying
Really
to do some
good
work.
freeze by here.
Doomsday just life stealing off some back Harpies. There's still 4 members of red right here, and there's 4 members of blue, but again, with that XP difference, they don't really want to fight this. I mean, they got 1 kill, and they lost 1 for it, but that's still better than nothing.
Kind of
Which
an
one's going to be worse for them?
awkward disengage, but they made it out alive for the moment until Nazarian possibly gets picked out by Tyr. Now he's going to hop around under tower.
Oh, red is taking over the map now as they'll take the blue side speed buff, and they'll take their Harpies as well, and they'll end up actually, I think they left a minion at speed for, you know, the reasons.
Giving Tyr the speed.
Oh, so he did pick it up. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering what was going on with that for a second. I was like, we just
He
have
doesn't
a
care about
buff
mana
saying-
anymore. He cares about positioning.
Well, here's the rotations over to Fire Giant side as Nazari is going to be in trouble if he doesn't get the heck out of here. It's 4 members of the team over here.
They don't have blinks.
Oh, beautiful blink and fearless back into his teammates as Nazari is going to get destroyed here. Berserker Barrage and the double tap. Neerat just almost ended his life.
Good juke. Doesn't really have much to go.
Intoxicate will end up cleaning that up as Handsome Mata will burp on the little dragon guy and take that kill.
Kukulkan trying to stay alive under his tower, forcing Tyr to be tanked a little bit.
Good.
But
Yeah, he just took a meatball for about another quarter of his HP. Tornadoed himself to try to do something, but Mango just too far ahead at this point in time. Just double fearless into the tier 2 tower. Doesn't really care. Taking some decent autos. Has Wheeler back. The stun comes out though. Beautiful hit. Doomsday forced to get out of there. And he'll sprint away and just try to live for another day as he'll force it back. And again, Red will just take the left-hand side jungle camps of blue team. As now the support Sun Wukong is stuck in the middle land and he will use Eagle and he'll get the heck out of there.
took a lot of damage from that Vulcan.
Vulcan's hitting really hard. I mean, he's level 19 with 3 stacks of Doom Orb, 4-0. He does have full penetration. Well, not full penetration, but he has an obsidian shard for the penetration. And working on that band cross right now, it looks like. So he'll have some lifesteal and some more sustain on that.
Ao Kuang super happy to get his red buff, or at least drop the red buff. Experience is the key to victory in this scenario. They just need to farm.
I mean, again, like Meerkat said, unless it's like a 50-minute game, don't see too much else happening. I'd imagine they're going to be looking to force Fire Giant sooner than later, Red, as they know they should be able to win any team fight here. As the blue team will throw, I'm hoping that's a Sentry Ward. I couldn't tell right away it is, and there's no vision there right now. But here's the engagement. 3 members will just jump on Sun Wukong, and he'll just get jumped on, and Intoxicate will land. Double tap misses, though, but Thor's going to go up in there and try to clean this up. He's going to, if he lands on this, is free. Overshot that. Okay.
He lands on X-Ball.
No, he landed on X-Ball over there. Well, there goes the support that has the Hog 3.
X-Ball could be in touch over here.
Yeah, they're just going to take fire.
They're just going to start as, that's the only Hog 3. Ymir doesn't even have Hog 3 at this time. Ymir just has Hog 1 still, and TP, level 1. So he can't even get to that ward that's there if he wanted to. So free Fire Giant for Red Team, pretty much what didn't need to happen, as Red Team just showing the dominance right now.
Ao Kuang looking for any farm he can find over in the enemy jungle on the left side. I believe he's going to go ahead and clean up that wave too, but they're very far behind. They need to stick up a very good defense at these Phoenixes and just try and wait out the Fire Giant and get as much farm as they can while staying alive, which it doesn't look like that's going to happen with the communication and just all-around synergy the red team's having.
So sadly, this Kukulkan did go Doom Orb, and he's 0-7 with 30 stacks. It's been a really rough go here. Not too sure what the point is that you decide to sell that item and maybe go for something else. You can't keep your stacks up, and you're trying to get yourself maybe a little bit more offensive as the engagement will be on the right Phoenix. The ultimate will come out from Kukulkan, but he'll miss everything. Vulcan will connect though on top of Doomsday. That's 3/4 of his health gone. Thor misses everything. Intoxicate lands. Everything. Well, there goes Brayden. He'll get Fearless into a wall. Neoret will get cleaned up by Thor. As the Fat Man will go ahead and jump in there and take this Phoenix with no problem.
Tyr totally ignoring the tower, but Ymir with a very well-placed wall is going to save his butt. But it will not save the Phoenix, as that is already gone. They're going to turn their attention to mid.
Take tier 2 in mid and probably just realistically end it, honestly.
That was actually pretty well played by blue team. They just chased a little too hard outside the Phoenix. But it wouldn't have really mattered anyway, just because we're so far ahead. But they did play it pretty well initially.
So if they just disengaged, they might have survived that and just kept them off the Phoenix for a little while longer, probably.
Yeah, if they didn't chase as hard as they did,
Yeah.
then there would have been a chance. But it still wouldn't have been likely, just because like you have to land like 2 more abilities for you to do the same damage that they do.
Yeah, and with Fire Giant on the red team, they're just kind of healing back up as the Handsome Model will just go ahead and again tank this Phoenix with no problems as the Mango is hitting these Blink Fearlesses. Nazarian's not even doing any damage to this tier. It's so big right now, and there goes Hiku, and he'll just get eaten up by a Vulcan backfire.
I've never seen that actually happen. Tier fearless him over the wall.
All three Phoenixes down, and it looks like this will just be, kind of surprised they're just not going for the finish. I mean, I guess they're just going to look for a little bit more farm back fight, and then come back for one more engagement and just try to end it there.
And they've still got at least another minute on Fire Giants, so they have enough time to scurry back and then run forth to conquer the Titan. With the fire minions rolling in there, they're not too worried. Bacchus starting the Gold Fury. Uller gonna come over there and do some quick work to it as he is critting it for 666 every once in a great while. Using his axe stance, I'm not sure why Bacchus is still tanking this, but, you know, hey. Hog 3 used. More money for the red team, which they don't already need. But more items securing the victory. 20,000 gold difference, so yeah. Only one tower down on the red team side. Blue having a rough go at it. Looks like this is just going to be pretty much a wash with those guys.
Not too sure really what could have happened differently for Blue to keep themselves in this game. I mean, I understand that Tier got a couple kills early, but that's only one lane, but sometimes that effect just goes from whatever lane all the way to the other side of the map, and that's what kind of seemed to happen as the Soul lane got ahead, and then we see mid started losing. Doomsday was getting beat up by the Uller pretty heavily as well. He had a couple solo kills. That just kind of turning the tides.
Every lane got behind early. It's pretty hard to come back from.
Yeah.
Ao Kwang did actually pretty decent early, and then X-Ball kind of brought it back, but he was already so far behind it didn't matter.
And here's the onslaught on top of the Titan. 80% stands the Titan as Mango will go ahead and clean up another kill to his name, 70%. The boys are just looking for a few more kills to their name to pad to their stat lines. You know, we'll get that 25% to Titan, and Vulcan will connect, and that will end the game. Rough game for the blue team right there, but they played well. Nothing else they could have really done, as Meerkat said, when all lanes are behind, what can you really do?
So, Meerkat, give us your overall thoughts on anything that we haven't already mentioned.
Tier got ahead, and every lane lost except for jungle, which isn't really a lane. And when you have every lane losing, even if like the lane showed signs of bringing it back kind of like middle in the game, like the X-Ball did, and the Ymir did to an extent, it just doesn't really matter. I mean,
do you think Smite needs like more ways for a team that's behind to come back, like more recovery? You know, obviously, like they have such a big snowball effect there that they were down 20,000 gold and had, it seemed like no chance 10, 15 minutes into the game. I mean, do you think they need more recovery methods in the game?
It's definitely, I think Smite's probably a little too snowbally right now. I'm not necessarily sure if we need a snowball, I mean like a recovery mechanic, but I think the biggest issue right now is Gold Fury, honestly.
How so?
The amount of gold it gives, like, at, like, when teams are able to do it, like, 8 minutes is a ton. Like, a ton.
It's, 300 gold per player, right?
300 gold per player. Like, that 1,500, for example, if you're down 1,500 at, like, I don't know, 17 minutes, that doesn't really matter much. But if you're down 1,500 at 8 minutes, you can snowball so much harder off of that.
Yeah, it gives you such a...
I think it probably needs to scale with time. Or
you think First Blood needs to also get maybe changed down a little bit?
Yeah,
the
I don't really agree
gold that it
with
gives.
First Blood being an objective
or a thing. Yeah,
I think that's kind of. That's not that big of an issue though compared to Gold Fury. Gold Fury snowballs game's pretty hard.
Yeah, like, do you think they should have Gold Fury spawn at 10 then, or something like that?
No, I still think early gold play should be a thing, but I think it should give less, or like maybe do kind of what League did with the Dragon, I think. Yeah.
What did they do?
Which is like, when you first get gold, you get like some team-wide buff, and then the buffs get better and better as the game goes on. Like, I mean, as the more
you take more Gold Furies?
Yeah, the better the buff is.
Okay. Yeah, also League does something with First where if it's like time frame, it gives almost like nothing, whereas First Blood comes at this point in time in the game and gives more. So it's more of a, hey, all right, I died first, but my opponent didn't get an extra 300 or 400 gold, and you know, if an ADC gets that kill early on, he just backs after the third wave and goes, "Got devs, ha, I'm on my way." You know, let's go.
I think gold should definitely, or at least currently, probably have the gold scale with time in the game.
Like First Blood being worth like at a minute be worth like 50 gold, and versus if instead of maybe First Blood happening at 10 minutes, it's worth 500.
Possibly,
yeah, I mean, that does happen,
mainly Gold Fury I think is the biggest issue, like gold
Makes sense,
scaling of time, Gold Fury scaling of time, because like if you look at games, even in the SPL where Denial beat TSM, they got like 8-minute golds both times, and they had a 4K lead. And it's pretty much impossible to come back from that.
I mean, I agree. Like, if you're going to do a gold
the thing is, with
that much
gold early, is if you lose one early fight where they get like 3 of your members killed in dueling, and they get a gold at 6 minutes, you've pretty much lost the game. That can't really be said for many other situations in the game.
Understandable.
So yeah. And they should just remove Magi's, because I hate that item.
Well, Magi's is getting a slight nerf to 60 seconds now on the cooldown for it.
Matter.
So
it's still a thing.
It's not that big of a it's not ton, 15 seconds more, I should say, but it's a slight nerf to it.
So
what do you think about the heavy hammer nerf in solo lane, though?
I think that's really nice. I don't like getting invaded.
No, I don't think any of us do.
Me just sitting here, stuck, because they decide to buy heavy hammer, and their level 1 happens to be better than mine, so I lose.
Yeah, it's never really fun either, and that's what I think. The First Blood thing needs to get changed, because if that does happen in under 60 seconds, like in the invade, typically that you get First Blood in 15 seconds in the game. It's like, well, why should he get 300 or whatever, how much gold it is, and be that far ahead of me all of a sudden because he gets a minion wave. All of a sudden I come to lane, he's level 3 or 4, and I'm level 1. It's like, what can I do?
Yeah.
Standard tower, pretend that you don't exist.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, just kind of like Zaryan had to do there. Zaryan pretty much had to pretend
There's
he
a
didn't
decent
exist.
amount of comeback in the game if you can get past like 20, 25 minutes. But before
if you can get to the point where the level difference doesn't
rough.
really matter because everybody's pushing level 20 as it is, it's just a matter. It's a stall tactic more than anything.
It's pretty much if you can get like your ADC somewhat like there, you can do it. But before then, it's really, really rough.
Yeah, so do you think the ADC meta right now is like what it should be called? What is the current meta best described at? Who is typically carrying most of the games?
I don't know what you would call it. Every role is pretty significant. Mage is probably the least important role on a team currently, I would say. But every role is pretty significant. Mages can be really impactful, but like, I don't know. It's never like something that Herwin brought up. If you die to a mage, there's never like a mage in the game where you die to it and you're like, that's just really stupid. But in every other class, there's gods like that. So
yeah, mages typically act like hit abilities that are relatively hard to hit.
Mages are just kind of like there for mage burst, like reliable. I think they're probably the least important, honestly. ADC is the most important, or some carry. An early pressure jungler is also pretty important. And a solo that can either get strong early rotations or stalemate and provide teamfight presence late.
Like a Vama or something like that.
Yeah, like Baka, Zebek. Or even Athena's really good in it just because you have your ult and you fight 5v4s the entire early game.
Yeah. As soon as she hits 5, she's like, well, I'm going over to duo. See you later.
Hey, I don't want to be over here. I want to be on the left side of the map. Bye. Talk to you later. I think I saw one match I played. It was like a rank game, and like this Athena bought teleport as well as her ultimate, and she was just all over the map. It was just like she's teleported to the towers and she's ulting on people. It was just like, I don't know where she's going to be at any point in time. It was like, this is ridiculous. We lost that game, sadly, but I do remember that Athena was just everywhere.
Well, thank you for joining us for this lovely edition of the final game of the COG Academy today. We'll be back tomorrow on Saturday with 2 more games. So we hope that you will come and join us. Have a good night. Yay.
That was fun. It was good. That was a good,
Cool.
good
Yeah.
games. Hey, homie Effie's in chat.